Alrighty. So, we open on a tight close up of a single drop of black condensation. It falls, hitting a rusted metal plate with a hollow tink. As the camera pulls back rapidly, we see a large sea of shivering, soot stained bodies huddled in the dark. The only light in here comes from above and below. Above, you see a bruised, sickly violet pulse bleeding through a hairline fracture in the cavern roof. This is the great eye of the Revenant King, the unblinking violet eye in the sky, overlooking the world constantly. It doesn't provide just light, it hums with a low frequency vibration that makes your teeth ache. The world above you, outside, is dead, turned to white ash and jagged glass by the Revenant King and the war that he waged against the pantheon of gods and goddesses. The cavern here is also illuminated from below, as the lava, which was once a great, mighty river, um, but during this cataclysmic, apocalyptic war between gods, the seas and rivers turn to flame, and now magma courses through this cave. It's keeping you warm, though, insulated from the freezing wasteland that is outside the very thin walls here. You are survivors of the Day of the Eye, the 3,000 souls here rotting in the subterranean lungs of the place known as the Warrens. Here, the air tastes like wet charcoal and unwashed fear. Below you and outside of this cave are deeper tunnels and catacombs that extend deep into the crust of the earth. Locals here in this refugee camp call it simply the Abyss. Above you is a god who wants to extinguish other gods. Survival is not a right, it is a daily bloody transaction, and today, the price of survival just went up. So the three of you are sitting at this table over here. You each are currently eating your day's rations. There are not much supplies, and so everybody is fed just one rationed meal a day. Looking at these other starving people, which one of them reminds you of someone you lost on the surface? Everyone here has lost friends, families, colleagues, associates. Whole kingdoms turned to rubble, villages burned to ash. Looking around to your fellow refugees, who are you reminded of that you lost?
Do we?
Oh,
Well, you go first.
no, you go first.
No, you go first.
No.
Kai goes first.
Yeah.
All right. Um. Hmm. I think hold on. Let me. I think I did read a whole a Slate backstory. Give me 2 seconds. I look at my drive. Christian.
Ida, where's your toy? Did you lose your toy?
No, this is a while ago. Hold on.
Let's see. Maybe for me, um, Daikon is just like chowing down on his like mini rations. Um, and are there any like Fey-like creatures here?
Definitely. There's a handful of fey creatures. You spot a satyr in the corner,
Mm.
and you also see a number of druids that look like they might have once inhabited the Feywild.
Um, yeah, he was friends with a satyr once. Um, and I think, you know, backstory stuff. He like glances at the satyr, being briefly reminded of a friend he used to hang out with in during his times in the Feywild before it was destroyed, and he got kicked out. But that's about yeah.
Love it. So Daikon looks at a satyr nearby, huddled over scraps of bread, and is reminded of a friend he lost in the Feywild when the moon shattered and the Feywild burned.
I think going off of that, I was also in the Feywild when everything happened. So I'm seeing like the Fey creatures that I used to protect and feeling like I have failed.
Love it. As you look around at these individuals that you feel like you should have done more to protect, many of these people here have, all of them have lost their homes and belongings and the lands they called home. But it's a little different for you. The Feywild wasn't just ruined like the material plane here that you're on, but the Feywild as a plane of existence was sundered when the gods began their war. Even if you wanted to, there's nothing to go back to rebuild. What about you, Crispin?
I think I see a large, burly man, like handing out food at the ration line or something, and I'm reminded of one of my fellow soldiers in arms for the Parandoran Empire or Parandor. I don't know if it was an empire, but
Parandorian, yeah.
Parandorian. As we were celebrating victory, we were as we were trying to escape the calamity that was striking the earth. I reached for his hand to try and pull him through the rubble, and I watched him disintegrate before my very eyes.
I love it. As you're looking around, you are perhaps more fortunate than most in that there are a number of Parandorians here. This mountain range was just north of your homeland, and
How?
there are
Sorry, you can keep
there are a number of people that look ethnically Parandorian, and you notice a couple other individuals with pure white armor that is now heavily stained and worn, but was once pure white. Other Parandorian soldiers and guards. As you guys are sitting there and looking over these gaunt faces, you see hollow eyes, dilated, looking at the food distribution table, where there is a burly dwarven man that is the de facto leader of this sort of refugee group. You would all know this man by his name. Some whisper here that he used to be royalty, a prince or elder of some kind in some dwarven kingdom. But at this point, it doesn't really matter, as there's not much use in being prince or king or heir to nothingness. I'm going to add him to the NPC directory. He wears his dwarven plate armor and has a worn cloak that clearly used to be very fine linen, but is no longer nice and luxurious. It has seen its fair share of difficulty over the past couple of weeks. He has the demeanor of a leader, the natural charisma and charm, and he led a group of dwarves here as they were escaping one of the mountains that was crumbling. And he is trying to enforce some semblance of order and rule of law, as he tries to be able to stand nicely in line and not to fight over these scraps, and enforce a one ration per person policy. But there's a little bit of commotion happening over there. As you see the line for the daily ration is beginning to get a little bit frustrated, and people begin pushing forward. There's some small shouts as tensions and tempers flare. What are you guys doing as you're watching this happen?
Who's like... I'm sure I was most... Okay, I have a couple questions, Sam. With my current condition, do I find food appetizing at all?
Message you something real fast.
So how much of a commotion is there? Is like people keeping an eye, like enough that like people aren't really looking at the rations as much?
Not yet, but it's starting to build up here.
I think Daikon would just like look over and try to see if what kind of commotion it is, and see if he can think of a way to try to escalate it.
Looking for a way to escalate the.
Yeah. Where's the rations table from us, by the way?
It is right over here. I'll
Okay.
circle on the map if you.
Sounds good.
Here, rations table right here.
Yeah.
Can
I'm
I
just
make?
trying to get Nick to remind me of his backstory a little bit.
I
been a
want
fat
to
minute.
see if I can see if Daikon is doing this.
So, Daikon, are you actively going over to Oh, right.
No, he
Okay.
wants to investigate first, see what kind of commotion it is, and he's going to see if he can figure out a way to escalate. So he wants to know what it is about first.
All right. This is what we're gonna do here. First roll of the game. This is what we're gonna do here. Let's see. Skill list here.
The
All
amount
right.
of times
I want you to roll an awareness check for me. All right. So you're double click on your character, and you should have a skills area. I am going to say that it'll be a straight roll. There's no boons or banes being added to this unless you're doing something to enhance your roll.
He has big ears. Okay. How do I just... So, no boons, no banes. I just roll. Whoa, what?
It should be 3d6, I believe.
Mine's a D8.
Oh, maybe it's 3d8 for you. Cool. All right. The 14 is
Yeah,
you
it's
are
3d8 for the
38. I can't remember. Thank you. Oh yeah, you're right, because it's 2 above and 2 below. Yeah. No wait, no, it's yeah, D8 because then you
Yeah,
have
all
six and
checks are
4
3d8s
and
in this game.
10. Yeah.
Because if you have a boon, it becomes a d10.
It goes D10 or
So
D12.
max is
and
24,
D6,
min is 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a scale of 3 to 24.
Weird scale.
Thank you for reminding me, Nick. That is correct. We need to chat a little bit about your backstory stuff, but in general, yeah. I guess Nick, you require no food, and you can decide if
am I now aware of this, or am I?
You are aware that you require no food by virtue of the fact that you have not felt hungry the whole time. You've been here for a couple of days, couple of weeks. You can decide, but you've not felt hungry once.
Gotcha.
Megan, as
Yeah.
Daikon is looking over at this, he sees that quite simply there are not enough rations that are still available on the counter that the 2 dwarves are trying to pass out, and people are starting to scramble for them. And the one dwarf, the junior dwarf, he looks up the other guy, the leader here, and he has a look of concern as he's starting to try and pull things back and put them behind the shelf as people start panicking to rush forward and grab food.
So people are trying to rush forward, grab the food. So basically everyone's attention is on the food, right?
Indeed.
Okay. So Daikon is pretty nimble. I love how his athletics is -2 though. Trying to see what he's like actually good at. I think what he's gonna do is he's actually going to climb. Uh, he's gonna walk up to some of the people in the back line, and if he can he like jump onto the shoulder of like one of the more stronger looking guys?
Sure. We'll say you see a man with a tall man with rather thin arms, but clearly used to be someone muscular. He
Mhm.
has
Yeah,
a
hold on.
badly crippled leg, but he still seems to have some muscle on him.
Well, I'm looking for
And again,
someone
he's taller than
who
other people, so
I
he towers over lots of the
mm,
other refugees.
I'm looking for someone who seems more of like the desperate type. Um, that's one of because he's basically what he's trying to do. He's trying to like see if he can goad one of them into who seems like the most likely to be able to get those rations as chaos breaks out.
So if you're looking for the most desperate, they're not going to be the ones that are the strongest or the ones that are going to be winning in any sort of scrap for food, right?
Yeah. Or maybe someone who's like seems who would be able to get me closest to the food.
All right,
And
I'll say that with your 14, you identified two individuals. You identified the tall man,
mm-hmm,
and you identify a female dragonborn.
mm-hmm.
Um, that she is missing an arm, but she has a rather cunning glint in her eye. And I'll say, yeah, that's what you notice.
Cunning glint. Oh no, they can't be smart. Um, does the other
Cunning
guy
means
seem
they're
smart?
smart.
What?
Cunning means clever, intelligent, smart. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, see, the thing is, I don't need someone who has a brain. He needs someone who is stupid. Does the tall guy seem a little daft?
He seems desperate, that's for sure. He's in poor shape.
Okay. Then Daikon is actually going to climb up onto his shoulder, um, trying not to, I guess, stealthily, because he's not exactly trying to be noticed, but also I think he is so small that it probably won't be noticed as the guy's like
All right, I'll
staring.
say roll your stealth check. It'll be one bane because you're climbing on top of a dude,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll be one boon because you are very tiny. So that's 1d8, 1d6, and 1d10.
You should be able to skip it, and then it should ask you if your
Yeah.
spans are big.
Yeah.
22.
Nice. With a
pretty good.
22. As you scramble up the side, he seems so focused on food that he doesn't seem to notice you at all. And you notice that he is preparing to lunge for one of the last jars on the counter before the blonde dwarf can pull it away.
So how much food is there now? Before the dwarf managed to pull it away.
The dwarf is actively trying to pull things down,
Mhm.
and he looks like he's trying to gain control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only maybe a dozen rations left still on the counter.
Mm. So he's about to lunge. How many other people are lunging? For
It
this?
looks like there's probably a good 30, 40 people in line right now, going for about a dozen rations.
Going for about a dozen rations, huh?
I have a question as this is happening. Does it seem like this is like how much they've rationed for the day and they're trying to put it back? Or like they're out and they're trying to like hide that fact? Like what is and they've like accidentally portioned too much. What is
Great question.
can I see because it doesn't
Let's have you roll either a an awareness check.
okay.
And how long would you say you've been here? Couple of days, couple of weeks,
Probably a couple of weeks.
then I'll say go ahead and add 2 boons because you've been spending a lot of time here and seeing these things happen.
Skills and awareness check with 2 boons. Boons 2. Oh, not good.
I don't think you rolled with 2 boons, right?
I definitely did.
But-
It's a D12.
Oh, interesting. So it buffed 1 of the dice up to D12 instead of 2 to D10.
Yes, so it's
Interesting like that.
it rolls over
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the first dice. So if you have 2 Banes, it would make it a D4 instead of a D6, right? Like
Gotcha. Cool. All right then. With a 10, as you're looking over here, it's hard to see. There's such a large crowd right now that you're not able to really discern quite what the status is. You see that the 2 dwarves here, one that you identify as this leader figure, and one that is clearly an assistant of some kind. They are doing their best, but there's a lot of people, and dwarves are not super tall. And I will say that you, all of you would know the name of this dwarf here, who has one of the leaders of the camp. His name is Hevdrock Aladon.
Hevdrock.
And if you notice the flag on his NPC picture,
Hevdrock.
Do you know the
Oh,
name?
would you look at that? Not in character. Well, I mean, I do know it in character. Interesting.
I know in a different character.
yep,
What?
Megan was AFK.
That one's paying
She
a
doesn't
lot of
remember.
attention.
I don't remember.
Oh. So what are you doing,
can-
Crispin or Alba?
Do I know of anyone else that's like more respected in the camp? Because I'm assuming Hevdrock, as a noble, hasn't been doing a whole lot for the camp. That's just my.
Hevdrock is very well respected by the dwarves here, but not so much by everybody else. You know, the one person that everybody has universal respect for is Cecipaire. I will add her to the NPC directory as well.
And she's not anywhere nearby, is she?
She, as you look around, you don't see her, but you know that she's probably up with the leaders portion up here, where the there's the ding up in that area.
I'm gonna walk over, I guess. I'm supposing I'm gonna walk over, not to them, but to over here.
So you're gonna try and push your way through the crowd to get behind.
Yeah, I'm
the,
gonna try and push
Alright.
my way through the crowd and kind of get people to back off. Maybe aggressively like shoving them backwards if they're causing too much of a fuss.
Love it.
And I'm gonna
Why
go
don't you
up
do
to.
an intimidation check then?
Would love to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm rolling like shit.
Yeah, as you start yelling, back off, more and more people start yelling at mine. Hey, let me up. I haven't eaten anything today. And your voice gets kind of drowned out there. And I will say, as you're pushing up here, you see Hevdrock reaching for his battle axe and preparing to start yelling and threatening here. Alba,
I'm
what are you up
assuming
to?
I didn't take any rations today because that would just be weird.
Unless you specifically wanted to. No, you probably were not.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I identify like a couple people that are like the biggest like instigators of like I'm a greedy rat who wants food because my belly hurts, and I'm not saying
Yeah.
that's necessarily
Absolutely.
wrong, but my character doesn't give a shit. uh,
Totally.
those two people, I would like to handily try to incapacitate in some way and make a like, hey, calm down,
Ooh.
everyone. Just everyone will. I'm sure Hevdrock will figure it out. Chill, kind of a deal. But they probably wouldn't say. chill.
Meanwhile, can Daikon whisper into the tall guy's ear? it it looks like they're taking all the rations away. If you don't move soon, they'll all be gone, and you'll just have to starve for who knows how much longer.
Can I make an awareness check to see if this is happening?
Yes, I'll say it'll be Daikon's stealth check against your awareness check. All right.
Tiny, and I'm whispering it. Okay, fine. All right.
We'll see. I mean, I could roll terribly.
It's
Also,
just
for me, like-
deception, right?
It's tough that it's,
yes,
there's
yeah.
minus unless you have
Deceptive.
a point in it.
Yeah, it is tough.
Oh, it's the exact.
Oh, look at that! You guys got the exact same one. I'll say your effects are sort of canceling each other out, and people are not quite sure who to.
War, roll again, roll
oh.
again.
Sorry, that was to see if you heard. I'll say meets it, beats it, and you hear Daikon whispering, trying to egg this on as.
Megan, do you think we like know each other a little bit because we've been around the Feywilds together, or not together, but like I've been around the Feywilds? Like, have we interacted at all? Do you think?
Where in the Oh wait, if I remember.
Well, how long have you guys?
Wait, if I remember our backstory, Sam, would I have seen her specifically? I think.
Because I was definitely.
You'd have to remind me what
wanderer.
your backstory is, what you're referencing.
Let me see. Let me send you a message.
I don't think any of you guys have like a fully fleshed out, written down backstories that we are.
I wrote
referring
mine
to.
down. I did.
Sam, we didn't have
Did I
a
share
separate
mine
group
with
chat.
you?
This is tragic.
Can we have character chats in here too?
That's a great idea.
I think
Yeah,
15
I'll
fine,
pull up in there. All right, I'll do.
I mean, mine's like not fleshed out at all,
Um,
but it's just like it's very basic. That
Yeah.
I used to like wander the Feywilds and like protect the residents over like small.
Oh yeah,
disputes.
I have a whole bunch of
I sent a bunch of bullet points. Mita, you're.
I sent a whole
okay.
bunch of
Yeah.
bullet points too.
I think that's all we've sort of have for everybody right now. Let's see. Daikon chats.
Did you get my message?
Just a second.
I
I'm
mean-
making the new chats for everyone here. And
I just want to know like how well I know Daikon before I start this interaction is primarily why I want to.
that's
do
a
this.
great. And then lastly, Alba chats.
Hi,
Idris
Vita.
Elba?
I am Idris Elba.
Bro.
All right. So now underneath this server profile on Discord, you should all see chats for each of your characters. Okay.
Okay,
Lovely.
I see it.
Yes, that is something we had mentioned. Megan, do you still want to go with that?
Yeah, I'm still down for that. Like most of
Okay.
my backstory is still the same. I'm just playing the character just a little differently. That's all.
Okay. So let's see if
Cause like
messages.
yeah.
I have a simple backstory, mostly because I didn't want to write an intensive one.
Yeah, after writing Rowland's story, mine was definitely a lot more simple.
Like, it literally is just like she grew up on a farm with owlins and then saw this person wandering the Feywilds, wanted to be like them, wanted to be a protector, kind of like fucked around, but also helped people. Maybe like had some dalliances, smoked a lot of pipe weed, like did a lot of like very like remedial help, and then shit went down. Like her life has been. She's very Frodo at the beginning of The Hobbit.
I love it.
Not The Hobbit,
Very
not The Hobbit,
easy.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, my life has been pretty simple, pretty chill. And then
And
the
based on
shit
your
got crazy.
backstories, you guys have not crossed paths per se, but you can decide if you have here in the Warrens, right? Sounds like Crispin has Casper. I was thinking undead. Casper, friendly ghost. Crispin has been here for a couple of weeks. What about the two of you? How long have you guys been here? And when you guys have a chance, why don't in the chats section, why don't you guys post your bullet points of your backstories, so we have something easy to refer back to.
Bro, I don't have those anymore.
Yeah, because it's been like 3 months. So
Well, mine was the whole Google Sheet document that.
I'm copying the message link.
Perfect.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I'll just copy the
There's my
doc
chats.
here. And I'll pin it.
Sam, let me know if that works for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, it works.
I can't pin, but you can pin it.
Peter, can you slide
Also,
down?
for me, tackling some dude on his ass. Do you want an athletics check or an attack roll?
Do athletics unless you're trying to harm him.
Not in particular.
All right, that's what I thought.
Okay, I'm rolling literally terribly.
Peter, do you want me to put the blanket underneath the bed? I mean, underneath it.
My dice deserve to be in prison.
Peter, come over here. Go ahead.
Goodness gracious! As you move forward to try and tackle someone here, you're gonna catch an elbow in the side of your head, in the temple here. It was not intentional. People are lunging and pushing and moving forward,
Feel it out.
and it sort of stuns you for a second. And your grip is weak, and they push past you quite easily. And things are starting to get rowdy here. And all of a sudden, Alodon's gonna he jumps up on top of the bar table here, and he yells, "Oi, everybody!" And he seems to be trying to intimidate and quiet down the crowd. As he's doing this, what are you three doing?
What I was doing kind of also during this is I think maybe I've heard Daikon's name and that's it, or like, but I think I just say like, "Oi, fox, stop trying to incite a riot," and then I pick him up and put him on my shoulder. I go like whatever pose.
All right.
You're not being very
As
helpful
you
right now.
try to pick him up here, Megan,
Yeah.
is Daikon trying to resist or finagle away from this?
Yeah, he's definitely trying to resist. What?
All right, then I'm going to say it is going to be, let's see here. Probably. They don't have like a nice, simple athletics thing, do they?
They have
This
athletics.
thing does
They
not
do
look
have
good.
an athletics
Check.
check.
You're right. I'm just blind. I think it'll be both of your. It'll be Alba's athletics against. What are you feeling for Daikon here as we're learning all these new skills?
I mean, it probably is either athletics or stealth. That's the only one I can tell.
Wiggly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we'll say athletics unless you want to argue for something different.
I would prefer stealth just because it uses my dex, because Daikon is a very dex-based character. I could probably argue because it uses dex intelligence rather than strength and
Okay.
dex. I don't know. If you want to.
I'll say you're able to use your dexter stuff. You're a tiny little guy and you're moving quickly. I like it.
Bet. 19.
19.
Eesh.
Excellent.
Wait, what
Alba
bonus do
swoops
you
down
have
to grab you.
stealth?
I have a +3.
Shit.
Nice.
I'm a tiny little guy.
I only put +2s into my stuff.
Yeah, I really invested all of my points into
Your stealth, I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So Alba, as you're trying to grab him, Daikon is really little, and you grab your hands around him, and Daikon sort of leaps and wiggles and worms his way right out of it. And Hevdrock shouts, "Oi, we're all on the same team here. You better listen up. Everybody settle down." And he's attempting to intimidate the crowd. And here we go. You notice that the frantic jumble of limbs escalates here. You see a woman go down and fingers clawing for a smear of food on the muddy ground as boots trample over her, and as people begin pushing and shoving and punching, and then silence after Hevdrock shouts. Not a peaceful silence, but the heavy, laden silence of a predator entering the room. And you realize that all the people are looking as um, as Cecipaire walks in. I'm gonna add her.
Daikon silently curses under his breath. His plans have been foiled.
Daikon plans foiled. Daikon does not like this.
Daikon does not like.
I love
People call her
Daikon.
simply Lady Cecipaire. And she comes forward and she says, "Thank you, Mr. Aladon. My friends, let us retain some civility." As she steps forward and the crowd begins parting, and she begins ushering people out and says, "I'll be handling the rest of these distributions with Mr. Aladon. Everyone take a seat now, lest we be forced to deny you sanctuary in the Warrens here." She has this quiet ferocity about her that seems to scare people off a little bit. And as you guys return to the tables,
Wait, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I'll stand corrected.
gonna go up and do like I don't really know any royal stuff. So I kind of like use my broken wings and I do like a really bad like curtsy and I say I'm like miss instead of lady. I'm like, "Miss, I don't want to cause any issues. Um I haven't been here for very long, but I have some skills in the wilderness. I was hoping, are there plans to send out any parties for more supplies? I would like to join them. Or be that I can just be the one person doing it as well."
She smiles and has this sort of look about her that she is just reading you like a book. She looks at you and she says, "That's very thoughtful of you. I'm certain we'll be sending a party to forage for more food soon enough. I'll be sure to let the council know that you're interested. What did you say your name was?"
Alba Tito.
Alba. It is very kind of you to offer.
I just want to help in any way I can.
Excellent. She sort of waves you off politely, but a little dismissively.
So among Cal muted me. Ah. Okay, sorry. He was on my mute button. As like the crowd like starts to like go back to sit down during like the whole scuffle, I'm assuming there was like a couple of like items that probably got knocked off of people, like any like things you can scavenge for. And like
Sure.
in the midst of like all the people shuffling back, Daikon wants to just like run around and like gather all that stuff up, and he's gonna try to.
I'll say you're able to spot that somebody has a rusty dagger tucked away in their belt, and somebody else has an extra scrap of food tucked away in their boot. You can decide which one you want to try and grab.
Can I go for the boot? Wait, that seems easier.
The food in the boot?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. So go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Okay. 19?
Excellent. As you go, you reach down there and you snatch out a piece of moldy jerky from this guy's boot, and you're able to scurry off before anybody notices.
Okay, perfect. And I'll I'll hitch a ride on someone passing by my seat, and and then I'll jump and land on the barrel.
Sessaper will hold up her hand, and once again the area quiets down. She says, remember, folks, we have an eye in the sky looking for us. If y'all are loud and we all get caught, it's everybody's head that's on the line. She begins walking through the crowd, helping people up, helping put them in their seats, and she says, now I'm gonna depart here in a few minutes to go and continue scouring the land for any survivors. We need to be prepared to welcome in more refugees with open arms. So y'all better be on your best behavior, and Aladon is in charge. I don't want to hear any complaints until Lady Anfela returns. Hevdrak's word stands above all others in this cavern. You hear me? People are nodding and mumbling. She says, and someone pipes up, Dragonborn, ma'am, when will Lady Anfela return? She always has a plan, and we can't stay here forever. And Sessaper says, don't you worry. She, I'm certain, will be returning shortly. That's part of why I'm going to go out and take a look around, right? I'll see if I can find us any other refugees, as well as see if I can help speed up Lady Anfela's journey. It'll be quite all right. I'll be only gone a couple of hours. Hevdrak, you're in charge, and I trust you're able to maintain some semblance of order without resorting to your axe. He looks a little sheepish as he puts his axe back and he says, yes, ma'am. We'll be on our best behavior. It won't be a problem. These folks know that we're all on the same side trying just to survive here. You get some glares and glances, but people are mumbling, and it seems that the commotion here is abated momentarily. As the rest of the dinner break passes on, it is evening time here, and people begin sulking off. You notice, each of you, that as you've been here for the days or weeks that you have, that people often trade around rations for bits of gear or bedrolls and things like that. And everyone is just doing what bare minimum they can to survive. And as Lady Sessaper is making sure everything is settled, you notice that she begins walking towards the exit. It's been about 30 minutes now since the tensions at the food lines. And unless there's anything else, she's going to depart, and she whispers something to Hevdrak before she does. And they're off. Hevdrak will continue walking around, and there's a couple of other dwarves that are assisting him with keeping the peace. A cleric is going to come sit down at the table next to you. Father Bornhead. He's older and frail, and he smiles and sort of waves politely as he sits down and says, it is quite disappointing to see just how dire things have become. I wish I could wave my hands and chant a holy prayer and bring sustenance for all again.
Who did
And
you
he
worship?
seems to be
Who is your
glancing over
god?
his shoulder, looking to Hevdrak, trying to keep an eye on where he's looking. He says, I was a cleric of Sol, the Sun Father. I took great pride in trying to bless his children with joy.
I feel like there's probably been something, like when there's mass tragedies and like I'm sorry isn't enough. I feel like there's probably like a saying that's been like coming around, almost like condolences aren't enough or something like that, where like people are just starting, like there's a thing that people are starting to say with like, because I think many people probably were religious or like, and they are wanting to hold on to like a tradition or something. So I feel like
I love it.
Alba says condolences aren't enough.
He smiles and he says, I don't mean to be rude, but judging by your appearance, it would seem you came from the Feywild, no?
Can I get an insight check on this guy? What's our equivalent of an insight check here?
Yeah, I'm also confused by this guy because
Awareness.
don't I
Yeah, I said
think that
awareness
most
check.
all clerics are dead?
Indeed.
Well, it's also why would this cleric come and join this table of all tables, you know?
Have I seen this guy
I'm
before?
sus.
Let's have you roll an awareness check for that as well.
So awareness
Am I
check
just
for
rolling one?
insight?
Or two?
Yeah, both of you guys roll awareness checks.
Okay.
And I'll say there's no boons or banes here for either of them.
Roll a 13.
13, excellent.
I swear your dice hit mine.
Yeah, that's how
It doesn't work like
Oh.
that.
As Daikon
a
is looking at
simulation.
this guy here, he seems to be paying special attention to you and your other Fey friend, Alba, here at the table. And seems to be kind of ignoring Crispin. Crispin, with a 10, you don't recall seeing him, but also there's a couple thousand people here, so you don't know if you don't recall him or if he hasn't been here, you know?
Have I seen any other clerics?
There are plenty of other people who worship the gods, right? But no, you've not seen any of the clerics here.
No offense, but aren't you supposed to be dead?
Aren't we all, my friend? It is brutal out there. And where are you from, huh?
Think he's
I'm just
tough.
giving him the death glare. I think my character, I think he's a devil or something. I think this guy is evil. I hate this guy.
You clearly have eyes. Clearly, we're
Where do you
from the
think I'm
Fey.
from? Yeah, where do you think we're from? Stupid.
I'm just saying that the Feywild was a beautiful place, and it is truly a tragedy that it is gone. Condolences are not enough as well, my friend.
Does he really mean that?
I'll say that your criminal spidey sense is tingling here. There's something about the way he's eyeing up and down. You feel like he's eyeing a mark.
I think I'm starting to, not from him, but like these aren't my companions. Like we're not interacting, but I'm starting to like get like their immediate hesitation. So I'm gonna make an awareness check myself, being like, wait
love
a
it.
minute, like should I be checking this out?
Go for it.
Shit.
And I'll actually
This man is so lost. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
roll an awareness check again because you're gonna have one boon as well.
Okay.
Okay.
It was mildly better.
He's looking you up and down, not in like a fun, sexy way. He again, he seems like he's more casing the mark. He says, "Well, I suppose I better be off. Always nice to meet Fey folk." And he stands up and seems to be getting ready to walk away.
Actually, can we roll that back a little bit? I think after Daikon actually like does the awareness check, he's going to plop really cutely down onto the table as he like sits down and he like wipes away like a really small like wipes away a tear and he's like, "Yes, it truly was a tragedy."
He
It
nods
is nice
and,
to know that there are kind folk like you still around.
Yes, yes, we must stick together.
Please tell me more about your interests in the Feywild. Have you traveled there before, sir? Or
Oh,
I
just,
guess
once or twice. I'm going on a little walk later. We're gonna do some storytelling. Those of us who have traveled and wish to hear tales of wondrous lands, and I simply wanted to invite the both of you to join me and a couple of friends on this little walk as we
why are you
reminisce
it's
on
dang-
better days.
Hey,
Well,
may
it's,
I
it's
ask?
dangerous out there. We should do that inside. I
Oh,
think
not
May I
that
ask
outside, don't
what-
worry. Simply deeper into the caverns. We're not foolish.
Oh,
May I ask what parish or temple you worshipped at, Miss Father Bornhead?
Um, the great temple of Saul, nearby in Parendor.
And as a
Wait, where's-
Parandorian,
what-
you would
what-
know that the patron saint of Parandor was not Saul, and they would not have had a great temple of Saul in Parandor.
who else is going on the walk
patron
with
god,
you?
not-
Oh, a few
I'm
friends.
gonna-
I'm simply asking around, and it'll be quite great.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna start walking to like get up right behind him and kind of like give him a pat on the shoulder.
why?
I think I'm gonna.
I
can't-
love
I don't know if I
stories. I'd love to come.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome for us to go, but I think we should really do that here. We don't need to go out into the caves. There's plenty of quiet spots around here.
Oh well, it is nice.
and I do like
to-
I'm looking at him like an owl with my head tilted.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check for me. And
not very
if your companions are
intimidating.
helping you, you can add in a boon for each companion.
Can I make one
assisting
too?
you
Can I
here.
make one too? As
I'm
as
going to be
impose?
honest, Icon is
Awesome.
not
Is
really
this
trying to
or-
assist in an intimidation. He's trying to make himself look as vulnerable as possible.
I
For
love it.
intimidation is the only thing I'm good at. So,
Okay,
Okay,
so you're
then
gonna assist me.
We'll say Alba's assisting you. So you have
Oh yeah,
a
I'm
boon
I'm
to your
assisting
intimidation.
you then.
Okay, I have a boon.
Yeah, from Alba.
Please,
assisting
no
you.
whammies. Please roll something. Oh yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
Whoa.
We're scary.
you
Yes.
stand next to him. He gulps, and his composure instantly changes as he sees form change. And standing there is one of the problematic tricksters, the teenager named Neil, a changeling in the group. And he says, "You fuckers aren't any fun." And he
Have I met Neil before?
turns. Yeah, you've seen Neil around a couple of times.
Neil.
Dumbass. I'm gonna smack him across the head.
I'm
He
gonna say,
grumbles
what
and
was
is gonna
the point
stalk
of
away.
that, Neil? What were you trying to accomplish?
He rolls his pupilless eyes. Grabbing your food. What do you think?
You gotta be
I
careful.
point-
about that. I
I
almost cut
pointed-
your head off. I thought you were a devil.
Devil. Get lost. He's gonna walk off.
Daikon
sulking.
is actually going to trot up to the kid at the table, and he is going.
It's probably 17ish.
Yeah. And he kind of has like this little like smirk on his face, and he's gonna be like, kind of dropping the cute act a little bit, and he's going to whisper to him, I you have a really good unique ability. You want to meet me later tonight and maybe we can discuss ways and how to make this a little more effective? Not everyone's going to give you their food that easily.
Make a diplomacy check here.
Eat. Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
15 with a -3.
Nice. He smiles a little bit and says, "Alright, you can chat with you guys later."
Oh, just me. You'll find me
Sam,
on
you can come chat with you guys. Come join us. We'll have a chance to chat later if you want.
Insight check. Can I do an awareness check just to make sure
Yeah,
he's not trying to?
with 2 boons.
Okay.
Now that you see him in his true form, and you are also um
Wow, that was so bad.
yeah.
Uh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He seems to say he's down if you want to come meet him and a couple of his friends later.
Mm, I. How about we meet? And he's going to point, because I think at the bare minimum, when he's been here, he has scoped out the layout of most of this area.
Yeah.
He's going to choose a spot where he can easily get away. Like, I'm assuming there's like little like cliff, like little rock faces on the side, somewhere where he can stand and easily get away while meeting with these guys in private, away from prying ears. Let's see, where would be a good spot? Somewhere near the lava flow, I think, actually. And he's going to say, meet me here. And he's going to explain the spot. And bring your friends along. Cause he's not going to have him decide the spot.
All right. Why don't you draw an X on the map of where you want to meet?
Yeah, I need to actually look around the whole map real quick because I can't. Somewhere private enough. Let's see. What's this little ravine area?
It looks like it's part of the fighting pits. There's this bridge that goes over it.
I'm gonna put an X where we meet here underneath the bridge. There's like rocks you can.
Love it.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna be able to climb up through the little hole on the bridge so he can escape just in case something bad happens. So, let's see. Oop. Oh, I can't draw. Oop.
Crispin, can you roll a retroactive check for me here? I'm thinking maybe society or science or arcana, something like that. One of your knowledge skills.
Society.
Oh, that was almost a 1 on the dice.
Bubba 10. Take those.
Bubba 10?
Skill bonus -4. Goodness.
Well, you have a -4 in one of your skills?
Well, it's because I don't know.
Yeah, I have a -4 on my diplomacy, so.
I only have
+2
-3.
for my ability, and then a -4 from being shit at it.
Oh, I'm more broad spectrum. You guys are more focused.
Yeah. They went all in on a couple of skills.
Interesting.
I'm bandwidth. It's broad spectrum.
Yeah.
The internet.
All right. So with that, Neil will depart there, and you guys set a time and place to meet later this evening.
I've overheard this.
I
You're at
whispered
the
it.
table there.
Well, I whispered it.
Then
to
I will
him.
say,
Yeah.
all right, your stealth versus your awareness.
Roll like ass.
I might. Ha. No.
What the fuck is that?
Wow.
No.
Yeah, no, you didn't hear it. Alrighty. Then the rest of the evening passes uneventfully. You guys can pick a spot where your bunks are, your little bed rolls if you like. And most of the evening is going uneventfully. What would you be normally doing as these days passed?
I'm gonna go help hunt.
All right. So the
Same.
hunting parties, it is down for the deep caverns and things underground, right? Like hunting deeper into the cave, not out onto the surface. Okay. And you go out and you join in the hunts. Natalia has been doing lots of the hunts. She and Hevdrak tend to rotate out. One of them here trying to run things, and one of them doing the hunts. Cesipair, Natalia, and Hevdrak and Anya and Phala have been the four sort of leaders of the bunch here.
Mm-hmm.
So with the hunts, they probably break up into smaller groups, right? To spread out to
Mhm.
see if they can. Yeah, so Daikon actually might join them, but
They're also quite lethal, but yes,
oh, they're
I'm
lethal.
just letting you know.
So,
Yeah, very deadly.
hmm. No, actually, he might not. He might not go. Low key, how easy is it to leave the entrance? How guarded is it?
Up to the wasteland
Yeah,
or
the
deeper
waste-
into the caves.
Actually, he might explore the deeper caves.
So that's where they're hunting all the monsters down there to try and get food.
Oh, okay. He might go do that.
Love it.
He's going to be mostly staying on the walls. He's just looking for something like valuable that he can like keep on himself. He's like basically trying to build up like a hoard of things that can be tradable that he can keep
Cool.
from the hunting party, like, you know.
So as you guys prepare to gear up and go with the next hunt, you have to go in groups because it's quite dangerous. And Hedgehog will be taking the next group here. And as you're gearing up and getting ready, you hear panicked footsteps running from deeper in there. And you see, in full retreat, Natalia Parandor and 5 of the 8 refugees that went out hunting this round, booking it back. And they look terrified as they're running quickly towards you.
What's going on?
As they're breathing heavily and running forward, Natalia says, "Get ready to seal the gate! Get ready to seal the gate!" And as they burst through, she's going to immediately turn around and try and help you roll the giant stone over and lock the.
I help. I
love it.
Yes,
As
sir.
you move it back, she's breathing heavily, and they all clearly, there's blood splatter on them, and she says, "This is the first time on the hunt that those things from the sea, they were down there, but running out of normal creatures to hunt. We're gonna have to start considering other options." She looks winded, and she'll pat you on the shoulder, and she says, "I need to talk with the other members before we have another hunt tonight. Hunt's off for the evening." And she looks frightened and winded, and the other refugees who are armed and you're willing to participate in the hunt here, they look quite traumatized and frightened by whatever they just saw. And
see.
Natalia is going to quickly depart to go talk with the other, with Hevdrak. And I will post her picture in the chat too.
We know that is the land not farmable anymore? That's something else we figured out because there's no like water, I guess.
Well,
was the issue.
outside
Right.
of the cave is like oblivion.
Yes.
We're like on a rock floating through space, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Think marsh
but
and
how are we-
territory out there.
Well, you said this last time. How are we getting water again?
Clerics.
It's been a problem, but they've had they've been trying to get
Fair
water
tornadoes.
from deep underground and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
An aquifer, you could say.
Exactly. And
Perhaps
no,
a
clerics
well?
have not been creating water.
There's no clerics right now.
Yeah, clerics all dead. They
yeah.
they all got Tobey Maguire. Wait, Tom Holland did.
Tom Holland did it. And
And
here is Queen Natalia Parrot. There he is. She's in the NPC directory now as well. You will recognize a bunch of these pictures, Nick and Megan.
He
And she'll head off to go chat with Hevjock. Sorry, Lila.
Maybe we should make some traps or something.
As you guys are discussing this, you hear a loud commotion, and looking across the room, across the cavern, there's a bright red arcane light that flares up, and you hear people panicking and screaming and shouting as something is happening. And I want you, all of you, to make an awareness check.
Yay!
I am aware.
No whammies, no whammies. 17!
Excellent.
I'm
I'm
preoccupied
so
with something
distracted.
else.
That's okay. I will also let, if you feel like your character has studied things about magic, I will let you also roll an Arcana check with a boon. If you don't feel like you've studied stuff about magic, that's okay.
I feel like I would have. Yeah, would you agree, Sam?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you've studied magic more than most.
Okay. I didn't want to be
We're adding it to the
dishonest. I just
backstory.
wanted to. Well, no, it's in there for sure.
No,
I'm
it
adding
is, yeah. All right. With that, Crispin, you can tell unmistakably as you rush around this corner here that this is in fact infernal magic. This is the red
Oh no!
fire.
Only
I
with a
draw my
17.
weapon.
Devils.
I'm freaking gung ho. I'm ready to clown down.
Sorry. With your 17, that was not to discern the type of magic it is, but you see that this is causing a huge commotion, and that there are two figures that are coming out of this portal. And Crispin is one who's aware that it is infernal in nature.
Not good.
I'm equipping the weapon. I'm ready to draw. Can I
You and everybody else.
get how secure is this bridge?
It is secured. I feel been walking over for the last 2 weeks. But probably not something you would roll giant carts on. You probably wouldn't want to bring
You don't-
horses across it.
I would like to do my thing. There's no allies on this bridge, right?
No, people are panicking, moving back, and you see that there are a number of people grabbing weapons and rushing forward. But as of yet, I'll say that you
I'm
were
gonna
fast
try
enough
and
to get here
like
before
put
they did.
the seatbelt thing like you do in cars to make sure no one crosses the bridge. And I'm gonna
All right,
use
you hold your
Rune
hands back.
Death on the bridge, causing wood
Ooh.
to become rotten.
I
What a
love
flip.
it.
Can I don't know how to put it in the thing. I'm doing it.
Don't type that.
How do I?
I'm doing it.
I don't think there's
I'm
any
doing the thing. Boom,
like Arcana
boom.
check or whatever, right? So I think it's
Use
just-
action. Bada bing.
I mean, there's an
Wait,
Arcana knowledge skill.
Yeah, but I think it's like a knowledge based thing. I don't think it's like spellcast.
Can I
So I'm
just
gonna
post
say
this shit in the
happens.
chat?
I'm gonna say it just happens unless
I'm
there's
just trying to, I just want to post it in the chat for you because it's cool. And I what? Get posted in the chat. All right.
Is it
whatever.
an ability you have?
Yeah, it says I must use a target. What do you, the target is I don't know the freaking the wood. I target this. Can I just paste a spell? We're learning. How do I? I have it, bro. I'm posting in general chat, but what? Anyways, okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be distracted.
you're good.
I was just upset that this wasn't working.
So as this fiery infernal portal yawns open here, people are panicking. You see guards rushing forward with weapons drawn. You hold your arms back to keep them away, and you reach out and channel the necrotic essence through this bridge, and you see it instantly rotting and warping. And two things happen. As this happens, and the bridge instantly becomes extraordinarily rotted. You see a red devil stepping out of the portal. He has fine garments of dark red and gold, and he has a large spear of sorts that crackles with red electric energy. And he swooshes his black hair to the side, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to see you all." As the bridge
Oh,
falls away, and he
mother-
starts flying.
I knew it.
Yes.
The moment
The
I
bridge is
saw.
in terrible disrepair. This is not safe at all. How are you folks in your high supposed to cross if the bridge is falling apart? And stepping out behind him is a certain Ankarun Bonesetter.
Oh my gosh, it's Hank.
Frickin' hay.
Wait, what time period did your campaign happen, Kai? Within comparison to Sam's campaign.
So time is really funny, especially when he has a
Have you heard
casino
of
that
Kairos?
jumps through time.
He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome. I bestow upon you my great presents." He gestures to the man, the appearing human who steps out next to him, as this red devil instantly repairs the bridge, and it's in far better quality than it was before. And he says, "There, see now, all safety standards are matched, and don't fall into the lava. That'd be terrible, right?" And he again gestures to the man, and the man rolls his eyes and he says, "I introduce you to the King of New Talaria, Hades Slayer, High Devil of Galactic Hell, Indomitable, Impeccable, Naxos Talaria." And Naxos gives a dramatic bow. "We'll practice more gusto next time, but you're getting there. It's better than it was previously. Welcome, everybody, to my presence."
I'm dying. You made Hank history.
Galactic hell.
Indeed, it's a nasty place, but I rule it, so it's actually quite fun, don't worry. There's lots of gambling. Your vices are your friends there, they say. It's quite
Is there
fun.
water there?
But yes, of course. I have to drink something, but I prefer wine, if I'm being honest. It's been a while since I drank water, but lately I've been spending time on my new galactic estate of New Talaria. It's located on a giant meteor. And Hank rolls his eyebrows, or his eyes, and he says, "Well, not really meteor, I guess. Meteor is when it crashes into something, and hopefully not crashing. Fingers crossed. But no, it is a giant rock in space." As he gestures his hand out like he's doing a massive presentation. "But I've been informed that you are all in tragic disrepair following a force of evil taking over your world. So, Mr. Bonesetter here, the High Lord of Healing," and the man rolls his eyes and says, "It's just Hank. The High Lord of Healing has informed me that you all require my assistance, and I am delighted to offer it and save you all from your dreary, miserable lives without me. So, welcome to me. It is all wonderful to see you and to be seen. Does anyone have a drink here? It's been a rough day."
No,
People are just staring aghast at him.
we
I'm
don't
just staring with like a funky.
have a drink here.
Well, all
What do you
right
think
then.
this is?
It's not a camp. Are you not doing anything enjoyable to pass the time? And tragedy. And he waves his hand, and a goblet will appear, and he begins sipping as he looks around and says, "Well, the exaggerations were not sufficient. This place is quite drab, but don't worry, I will assist here." And at that moment, Cesiper and Natalia Parandor and Hevdruk all step forth. And Cesiper is folding her arm, or actually, no, Cesiper's gone, sorry. Natalia and Hevdruk step forth. Natalia says, "Oi, devil, get out of here." He says, "Well, no, I am a devil, yes, but we aren't all despicable fiends of torture. I think torture is quite messy, so no worries about that there. I'm here to save you. Congratulations, you're all being rescued." And Hevdruk draws his axe, and she draws her sword. She says, "This place is off limits to devils. Begone, fiend." lest I sunder you back to the Nine Hells. Naxos holds a finger. Actually, not from the Nine Hells. Never been there. It was just over before I got here, so not back. And I don't want to visit it. But thank you for your offer. What are you guys doing as
Can I make an awareness
The
check?
leaders.
Like this guy.
Yeah,
is
can I
Go
do
for
an
it.
insight check real quick? I just wanna. He's
I've
kind of
had-
curious. He's kind of curious.
I feel like I've had some interactions with like
Infernal, yeah.
Infernal.
My guy definitely hasn't, but he's curious.
Infernal entities, and this does not
Okay, 11.
seem the same. Did I accidentally roll? I did not roll. Okay.
I'm trying not to be
Cool.
biased here, but I am so down to go with Nexus.
I rolled a 7. Don't know shit.
Definitely seems like a devil. You're seeing nothing that indicates not being a devil. He looks like a devil, smells like a devil, used devilish magic.
What about an
Um,
11?
Seems like a devil. Seems like a devil.
Okay.
You're seeing nothing to indicate otherwise. However, the human, he says, wait. We don't need to get hasty here. Look, I was fighting with Anya just a couple of weeks ago. She told me to come here. She gave me this location. We're here to meet with her. And he's attempting to persuade Queen Parandor to let him in. And
I was like, for some reason I thought of like Anya Taylor-Joy. I was like, what?
Natalia will gesture him forward, and the two begin whispering. And Naxos drifts a little closer to you guys, and he says, they seem to be quite fond of each other. And what is your name, sir? You look quite dead, and you look like an owl. How can I help you
Ooh.
two today? What are you struggling with here in this dreary depths?
Can you make portals?
Yes. Of course.
Could you possibly, how long do your portals last?
Well, I'm the High Devil of Galactic Hell. They're quite powerful, yes.
Could I turn to the other, like the people who've done the scouting price before? Do we know if there's a
Some even
place
say
that-
I'm the greatest mage this universe has ever seen. It's been said in some corners of the galaxy.
I'm
so,
talking
take
right
that.
now. Please don't interrupt me. That's quite rude.
So
It looks like he's about to say something. and he
My
says,
eyes looking in between the conversation, I'm like, bro, what should he did that to what?
So you
"Fair
have.
enough."
So do you have So you have a place out of here?
Well, not at the moment. I'm here to save you here. I can't quite take you away just yet because there's a giant evil man in the sky with an eye of purple that's causing problems for magic.
but aren't
So
portals,
you aren't
like a
strong enough to
tunnel?
avoid that guy?
Oh, that is not at all what I'm saying. I'm quite strong enough, but you all would not survive such an intense combat. I could take him one-on-one, but it would get messy, and I don't want to have unfortunate casualties. Sorry.
But you have
Your
a portal.
lives are too precious to me.
You have a portal.
Your lives
Out
are
of
too
here.
precious to me.
Surely you can take one or two.
I
I was like,
cannot
no.
transport people past the Great Eye without the Great Eye hurting you as innocent casualties. I could get past just fine myself, but it would hurt you.
Okay, to the more immediate problem. that I'm
Insight
trying
check.
to solve,
Go for
I-
it.
could we? All I want is a well.
you
That's a
conjure
deep
food?
subject.
10.
That isn't poisoned or evil or will turn us into a duck or your slaves forever.
With your 10, he seems to be telling the truth. Says, do not intend to turn him into a
I
duck
mean, you
or
can-
slave. Don't worry. No slaves on New Talaria. All will be welcome there, and my beautiful bride currently is overseeing it in my absence, and don't worry,
would
she
marry
seen to it.
you?
Well, now that's too harsh. I'm quite a charming cat, I'll have you know.
You
She's
seem
lovely.
rather annoying.
Well, who? Who? Who?
Don't
Oh, you just say that,
Who?
huh?
I think you broke him.
Who?
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 No, she's
Don't-
an owl.
don't-
Don't you get it, you tiny little sock? Anyway,
Your wife's a sock?
no.
Miss
little
Miss
pair of
Owl
mitts
Woman,
that
maybe
chirps
maybe
at
we
me.
don't anchor the red evil
Okay,
man.
well,
that
I
showed up.
want to ask my question. Could you make a portal to a well deep down to good drinking water that would stay open enough for us to have a source of water, sir?
Well, that's a fantabulous question. I suppose it would
Are you a
depend
genie?
little
Can
bit
we
on,
rub you?
Well, he serves the crowd. No, no one here can rub me. Anyway, there is a possibility I can acquire water for you from the depths of this barren wasteland of a planet. Yes, don't worry. And at this point, Natalia says, "Oi, Red One." She waves and they begin to party. Says, "Oh, I'm being summoned. I am afraid I will have to chat with you later. But, Madam Owl, fuck off. Mittens, keep on chirping. And you, good sir, I like where your head is at." As he points to Crispin.
No. The water. I yell at them. Ask him about the water.
I will chat with the lovely esteemed folk over here. Don't worry. Mr. Bonesetter will announce me properly to the leadership. And she goes
Alba
away,
mutters to
says,
herself, why does nobody
Groom, I
care about water? It's literally the
told you
most
to
important thing.
I don't think he
repeat
cares
my
about
titles with more
water.
gusto next time. This is why they need to respect me. That owl woman, she would not argue with me if you had done your job properly, Mr. Bonesetter. And he goes, I'm sure. And they're walking off, and the portal is gone.
Does Hank have an owl?
He does not. His owl perished in the fight, if I recall correctly.
Aw.
Well, he
It
can
is so
summon Maud, surely.
sad.
Well,
He cannot resummon him.
cannot.
But
Wait,
he
Maud?
will-
I thought Maud was a familiar.
well, no, he doesn't
Maud
have
was a
magic
familiar.
anymore.
Oh yeah, he's
Correct.
He's
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Rip Bozo.
His magic electric bill has been turned off. He didn't pay it for a while, and he's got no magic
Oops,
Oh no, what a shame.
now.
my bad.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I do want to chat at some point about where it is, how you channel your rot ability, because sources of magic are highly in flux at the moment. That evening will be when the introduction from Session Zero takes place, as Ceciper lands with Lady Cassandra Thornwood and causes quite a stir. The days pass, and over the coming days, there is a clear and distinguished leadership council. They call themselves the Council of the Free People. They begin organizing some different plans quietly and secret as to what to do with the limited rations and the well, frankly, the worsening conditions of the world around. So, we are all caught up to the present then, and I have posted and hand out the Council of the Free People, and all the information you know about them there. With that, I'm conscientious of the fact that it's getting a little late. How are you guys doing, feeling? I'm
I
down
want
to
to-
go a tad longer if you guys want, but
I want to try one thing. Once
Absolutely.
I have access to a good source of water. I have my little rune life spell thing.
I don't know if we'll be
Which-
getting to that anytime soon.
Well,
there will be an expedition.
no, but
Next.
I want to
Oh.
farm. I want to farm, Sam. I want to see if I can farm with water.
I will say that Hank has a flask of water that he will give you, but
I can cultivate 1 cubic foot of existing
awesome.
plants to wrap.
I'll say that
around a
you
healthy-
share this with Ceciper.
onion.
You share this with the Ceciper from the Leadership Council, and they're aware of this, and they are going to actively make plans that they're going to need volunteers to go down into the depths and acquire water, as well as determine the source of where these strange creatures are coming from that are eating up all the beasts down there that you guys were eating previously.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna go a
obviously
little bit
going.
longer. I am a little peepy though, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
That's
down
why
to
probably this
end
is a good spot
here.
to end is
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
But the expedition is what I was planning on starting then for next time.
That
Oh,
sounds
but first we
fun.
gotta do Daikon and Neil's
My head's getting a little
Discussion.
fuzzy. Maybe we could start that off
meetup.
and then as a warm up, and then we go to the
Yeah.
expedition. If
I
that's
love it.
okay.
So next time we play, we can pick up there with Daikon and Neil.
Daikon Taroga.
Sweet.
That was
Thanks
fun.
for playing, guys.
My
Um,
Shona.
Yeah, like fun
this
story planned for us.
system's
I'm looking forward to it.
goofy.
It is a little goofy.
I
It's
think
definitely
it's
gonna take some getting
primarily
used
a
to.
combat system.
That's what it kind of
It,
also seems like. Yeah.
it feels more combat oriented than D&D, which is something I never thought I would say.
Yeah, so I think we'll feel it out, and if we go 3 or 4, 5 sessions, or whatever, we're like, I don't know if we're feeling the Crucible. We can either end the story there, and I'll try and wrap things up. Then we'll do a little epilogue, or we can switch over to D&D and
Respec.
what's it called? And yeah,
Sounds good.
respec and switch over to D&D, but then continue the same story. Okay.
Mhm.
So I just
Sounds
want to
good.
give it a handful of sessions, try it out, and see if we like it.
Yeah,
When you go down
I think
to
it's pretty...
the expedition, we'll have combat there. We'll see how combat feels. Maybe combat's super fun, or maybe it's ass. I don't know. We'll see. But
We'll see. Yeah, I'm also down to like try like 3.5 or something sometime eventually if you ever want to run
Ooh.
like an older
That'd
thing
be
of
fun.
D&D. Because I know you're
I'd be
3.5
definitely down to run a
darling.
3.5.
I was looking at 3.5. There's like a bajillion options in 3.5 because it was
Yeah,
like the
3.5 is
only D&D
way
for like how many years.
grittier. Yeah, way grittier than 5e. There's you're rolling dice for every little thing, and they have tiny little mechanics and hit points for everything. Like you have to keep track of like wear and tear on your sword, and like your sword
What?
can chip and break in
Holy
combat and
frick,
stuff. Like it's
seriously?
really, yeah. When I transitioned from 3.5 to 5e, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to keep track of like nothing. This is so easy. Whereas
They really said
3.5
we
is
want
very
more people to play
gritty.
D&D. Is what they
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
They
Uh-huh.
said we want people to
There's
actually
also like
play
hunger
D&D.
mechanics and stuff too in 3.5.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know this, but I'm still down to try it one time.
I think it'd be fun to try as a one shot and
Yeah.
see what you guys think before committing to a long term
Yeah.
thing.
I would agree.
It is far more mechanic focused than D&D is, which is more narrative focused.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun, and that's what I played for 5 or 6 years before I ever played 5e. But 5e is so much easier. I wouldn't say it's
5e
like better or worse or more or less fun, right? But it is way easier to do 5e. To run it,
Holy
to
F.
play it, easier all around.
They changed D&D's like whole UI, and it's effing me up right now. The D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I agree.
What in the
I'm like,
hell?
where's my
What?
characters?
I liked it before.